for starts, I would like to
Mm,
introduce myself, for the formalities.
okay,
All right, so I'm Francis Balika,
okay,
I'm a student intern, currently pursuing real estate degree in
okay,
Lubitz, and I intern with Melanin Travels Magic online. And
okay.
yeah, so mostly I do the blogging aspect and the writing and all that, then the interviews mostly. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. So, so you are a writer.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
yeah. That's what Christina likes to call me mostly, Mr. Writer.
yeah, I guess. I'm not very much of a good writer, to be
Okay.
honest. Yeah, it's something I would like to improve.
Well, I mean, every content creator is, well, very much a writer in some respect.
Mm, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So I'm sure it's there if you just not explored it too much yet.
yeah. One step at a time.
For sure, sure.
Yeah. Mm.
Okay, so if you wouldn't mind, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, my name is Abdurrahman Babadidi.
Okay.
So I am from the northeastern part of Nigeria, in a small city called Jalingo.
Okay.
Yeah, uh, my mom is originally from Cameroon. So,
Okay.
but I live most of my life in Nigeria, and I moved to Dubai in 2017
Right.
to pursue bachelor's degree in economics.
Okay.
So
Right.
yeah, I stayed in Dubai for 5 years, because I spent the first year in Dubai, I learned Arabic. I enrolled to study Arabic language program
Okay.
there before starting my bachelor's degree. So
Mm.
graduating, I moved to the UK, and now I'm doing my master
Okay.
in internet marketing. Yeah, so
Right. Okay.
that's a
Uh,
bit.
that's a handful of things. And here we are still struggling with a first degree anyway. So uh,
Yeah, I think. Yeah, but I think you'll get through it
right, right.
definitely.
Yeah. We hope so. So yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, when would you say you had a travel bug, since when have you been, much into traveling and
I get asked a lot of this question,
yeah.
and I can't really say when I started because
Mm.
since I was very young,
Yeah.
I always wanted to travel because I'm like a very curious person.
Okay.
Like my dad travels a lot,
Mm.
so yeah, when he said he's going to a place, I keep imagining, okay,
Yeah.
oh, how does this place look? How is it? How are the people there? So
Yeah.
since I was little kid, I wanted to explore the world. I wanted
Right.
to see other places. So yeah, even though I didn't have much chance at that time, like I didn't have a lot of free time. But during my holidays, I go to another school. So, but
Okay.
so the little time I have, I use it to, I don't miss the chance whenever like my family are traveling to other city, maybe a neighboring
Mm.
city or somewhere, I go with them. I try my best to go with them.
Okay.
So yeah, so but at the age of 14, I think I went to Cameroon, and I visited my mother's relatives.
Mm. Okay.
And I think that's the first country I left outside
Yeah.
Nigeria.
Oh, okay.
And I was just so in love with traveling, and I started going to the places. I
Mm.
went to Niger, and yeah, that's how it started. But I didn't start creating content at that time. I just traveled because I love to travel. I love
Mm.
to have those experience.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, my friends, they ask, Abdul, you travel, why can't you just create content? and you like this, why not just use it and start creating content? And yeah, and I put a lot of thought about it, and then I finally decided to start with Tanzania.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So so far, how many African countries have you explored?
In total, I've been to 11 countries.
11.
But yeah, I think in African countries, I've been to Cameroon, I've been to Niger,
Okay.
I've been to Tanzania,
Right, of
I've
course.
been to I've been to Ethiopia.
Okay.
I think I don't remember. If I remember, I'll let you know. Those 5.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah. That's,
Okay. So I think you've done more of outside Africa than inside Africa, right?
yes, I have been to the Middle East, and now I'm exploring Europe. So,
Oh, okay. So how many destinations in Europe so far?
in Europe, I've been to Georgia. I've been to Montenegro recently,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
close line here, UK.
Yeah.
So those are the 3. And very soon I'm traveling to Scotland, and maybe I'm going to Albania too.
All right.
But school is keeping me busy places as I would like to.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So throughout, the African countries you've done so far, right? Which would you say is your favorite? Or let me say your top 3?
Okay. I will say like every country I've been to is special in its way. And there is specific things I love about other countries, and I love about other countries.
Yeah.
So, but I will lean a bit towards Madagascar.
Yeah.
Because I think Madagascar so far is the best country I've been to. And I will tell you why.
Yeah, of course.
If you go to a country, you will always find something missing.
Sure.
You will always you will love something about the country, but there's one thing you say like, no, I'm not. I didn't have this feeling in Madagascar.
Right.
I love everything about Madagascar. Everything. The food, the people, the environment, the nature, the wildlife, everything is so yeah, so that's why I'll say Madagascar. And all these countries I've been to, I didn't have a feeling like, okay, when I went to Madagascar, I went for just a 15-day tour. And when it comes to it, I was very sad I will leave the country. But my visa is 9 or 30 days, and then I said, okay, I have to extend to the end of my visa. So it is the longest vacation that I ever had. So I stayed there for about my visa when it expires.
Oh, I mean, it really comes to you. Going through your Instagram, I had a feel that you really enjoy Madagascar,
I loved Madagascar.
Especially
I love it.
There was one you posted about their beaches. Like this, the most beautiful thing you've ever seen.
Yeah, it is the Nosi Iranja. It's in All Island. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. It's even more beautiful in person. I mean, sometimes when I make content about Madagascar, I'll see, but it's more than this. So I don't know. It's more than this. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I felt a lot at home. I felt like I'm a Malagasy. I feel because the people are so welcoming. I didn't feel different in the country, and I fit in so well. So it's amazing. It's amazing. That's cool. So I would say Madagascar so far the best country I've been to.
Right. So probably let me be curious a bit. When do you intend, doing Africa a little bit again? Which other African countries do you look forward to, visiting?
I would say my top list in Africa will be Namibia.
Namibia.
Yes, I want to go to Namibia. I would like to go to Kenya.
Mm.
I would like to go to Egypt.
Okay.
Morocco.
Mm.
Benin. I saw a lot of great things in Benin, which is neighboring my country, but I have never imagined Benin would be this beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
So yes, Benin, and of course all other African countries,
Okay.
because yeah, I'm on a mission to go to all the countries in the world, all of them. So, so that's what.
Yeah, sure. You'd make it. So
Yeah.
what are, say the most important things you like to, do when you travel, every time you travel? What are the most important things, you add to your travel plan?
Can you repeat, because the network was bad?
Right. So I'm saying, when planning, your trip, what are the things that matter most to you? What do you look forward to doing?
You know, yeah, that's a good question. When I'm traveling to a country, I usually research about it.
Right.
I see what is special about what makes it distinct from other countries.
Okay, sure.
I'm very much a nature lover.
Okay.
If you Instagram, you'll see I love nature.
Yeah.
So yeah, I look at the nature first.
Okay.
Yeah, I see the culture and every other things. Yes. So yeah, I look at the nature first.
All right. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So a bit about, COVID-19, right?
Yeah.
How did that affect your travel plans and all that, during that time?
That was a difficult period.
Sure.
When the COVID started, actually I was planning to travel to France.
Oh.
Yes, when the pandemic started, I planned everything. I started processing the visa to France. I think it was in 2018, I think.
Yeah.
When did it start? I don't remember.
2019.
Early 2018, right?
Well, quite leaning towards the end of 2019.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly the date.
Just somewhere
around that time, I started processing for visa to France.
So
yeah, but COVID stopped it.
Yeah.
Since then, when COVID started, oh my God, travel become much more difficult.
Right.
Like, yeah, if you want to, there is a lot of criteria which is not easy to meet. You have to be vaccinated. You have to take a COVID test. Blah blah blah. The thing goes on. So yeah, it was a difficult period, but glad that we passed through it, and yeah, now it's a bit less. So
I'm guessing you couldn't do France again because of that.
I didn't do France because of that, and then after the COVID, I just didn't feel like going to France again, as I'm in countries. So
Okay.
So yeah, but this year I'm doing France. I'm doing France this year.
All right.
For the countries. Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
So what area Melanin Travels Magic we're interested in is how to find cheap flights when planning your vacation. So how do you go around that?
Oh, how to find cheap flights. Okay. Usually, honestly, I'm not the right person to ask this. I'm also looking for this kind of tips. I think I messaged a content creator asking how can I get a flight to Egypt. So yeah, honestly, it just happens. Sometimes I see offers and I just take them. Sometimes it just when I'm lucky, I find it. But I don't really have any idea how to find those
Oh,
cheap
okay.
flights.
All right.
This is
Well,
something I need to explore
I guess we'll be
because yeah,
getting a bit of an education on that after this.
I
I
need
recommend
to
Christina for
a
that.
bit of research on how to find cheap flights,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah. How about, your destinations? Like how do you find them? Is it that, you probably it's, let me say, you dig your hand into a box, then any you pick, or you have this, culture of searching for your next destination?
Yeah, like other people, you can see they have already planned trips ahead.
Mm.
I'm not. I'm just when I feel like, okay, let me give
Mm.
you example. Last year, when I graduated,
Mm.
with my friends, we are planning, okay, how can we celebrate our graduation?
Mm.
We can go that country and all this. So we plan to go to Azerbaijan,
Okay.
which is very close to UAE.
Mm.
So we plan to go to Azerbaijan, and we've planned everything. On the day we are traveling, we went to the airport, and they said, I cannot travel because, yes, and I was the one who planned everything. So,
Okay.
so I called the embassy.
Yeah.
I mean, prior to that, I
Mm.
called embassy. I knew, okay, some countries, when your visa,
Yeah.
your residence is less than 6 months, they cannot let you go.
Yeah. Sure.
So I was worried about that because my visa is less than 6 months. It will
Okay.
expire because I'm graduating.
Yeah. Yeah.
I called the embassy, Azerbaijan embassy, and
Mm.
they told me, yes, it's 3 months. So 3 months I'm safe because my visa will be 5 months around that time.
Yeah.
So I was happy, okay, everything is smooth. And I went to the airport. They said I cannot travel because my visa is less than 6 months. I cried. And I was so, this is the first time it happened to me, and
Yeah.
I was so devastated. You can imagine how disappointed I was. And
Yeah.
I called us to complain. I said, I called you a
Mm.
month prior to this trip that
Mm.
I want to come here, and you told me fine. And
Mm.
they said I just was lucky because it happened. They changed it just a day before my trip. They
What?
changed the
Um,
so I was so disappointed, and then came back home.
mm.
Uh, my friends, they cannot cancel their trips,
Yeah.
so they left. And and other friends say, hey,
Mm.
since you can travel, let's go to Madagascar. I have never imagined that I'm going to Madagascar.
Okay.
But I honestly, at that time, I didn't even know much about Madagascar.
Yeah.
And I was, yeah, this will be interesting.
Mm.
And a little bit of research about Madagascar, and I found it, oh my God, it's so beautiful. I said, okay, yeah,
Interesting.
let's plan it. And I didn't regret it. I didn't. So yes, most of the time, most of my trip, it happens coincidentally. It happens coincidentally. I
Wow.
don't. I, that's why I don't want to tell people when people ask me where is your next destination. I don't want to say it because
Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
I can change my mind at the last minute.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So, well, let's talk a little bit about Nigeria. Your home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what would you say Nigeria is like in terms of travel? What do you love most about Nigeria personally when it comes to tourism?
I think I think I used to say this to my friend that Nigeria is one of the most rated countries when
Yeah.
it comes to, because it's a country rich with cultures. We
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
many different kind of cultures.
Right.
Like, it's so diverse,
Mm.
and each culture have very beautiful tradition,
Sure.
and,
Sure.
and so it can be learned. Um, so I will say Nigeria, it's rich in culture,
Mm.
have amazing landscapes,
Sure.
which I've never discovered yet,
Oh,
but
yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
I know in the future Nigeria will be one of the popular destinations for travel.
Right.
Yeah, there is a little bit worries about the safety, but it's kind of, I would say, a bit exaggerated as any other.
Yeah.
So I last time I went to Nigeria, I decided, okay, I would like to showcase Nigeria to people because it's my country.
Yeah.
I wanted to show people my culture because I've seen many cultures, and they are amazing. I love them, but my culture is up there with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing. I mean, maybe you have seen my reel about the Zazzau Emirates. That's my culture.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, I need to make something about my culture. Even though I didn't have enough time at that time because I was planning to move to UK. So I was multitasking at that time.
Nice.
So I get to explore my culture as much as I want. But the little bit I had, I think many people were like, Abdul, oh my God, you have amazing culture. We would like to visit. So yeah, a lot of people are saying they would like to come and see my culture. And I was like, yeah. And I have my friend, one of my friend, Andres. He's from Argentina. He's also a travel content creator.
Okay.
He visited my country and he went he explored my culture, and I was happy to see that. So
Yeah.
I would like a lot of people to visit and see. It's amazing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You picked up a little bit on that, sort of the security issues, right? I think
Yeah.
most people are a little bit afraid because of, the widespread media insecurities they hear about in Nigeria. So
Yes,
what would you say about that?
I think it's a little bit. I wouldn't say there's no place that is totally safe. That
Sure.
is for sure. Every country there is a lot of, even here in the UK, there are places that are not really 100% safe. So we cannot guarantee safety of any place. And I will say the same about Nigeria. There are some locations that are really not safe, but there are other locations that are very safe. And I think the image the media portrays about the country is kind of a bit exaggerated, and I feel bad about it, to be honest. But I hope, I mean, even though we have a bit of security issues, I hope it can be solved, because the country is really beautiful and it deserves to be explored, to be people to come and see it. So yeah. So that.
So, for someone looking to do Nigeria for the first time, right?
Yeah.
What would you recommend in the itinerary?
So that's a difficult one,
Yeah.
because Nigeria is so diverse.
Yeah.
So diverse, and it's so big, and it have different regions. I'm from the other part of Nigeria, so definitely I'll curate an itinerary for someone. I'll put the note.
Okay.
But the southern part is also beautiful. So I think that's something you can struggle with, like curating itinerary, because there's a lot of long distance between all places. Like if you come to the north to go to the south, it will take a lot of effort to go to that other side. So I think yeah, that is the only problem. So but I would say, if you really want to curate an itinerary, you start from it's really difficult. I never thought of this. I really never thought of this, because Lagos, you have to put Lagos in your itinerary.
Yeah, of course.
But then you have to visit Abuja too, which is far from Lagos.
Lagos, yeah.
So also, if you're going to go southeast, they have many beautiful cities there. In the north, we have amazing cities also. So I would say you have to think of one part if you want to go to Nigeria. Okay,
Yeah.
where will I want to go first?
Mm.
Okay, I want to explore the northern part. So you should just focus your itinerary on the northern part.
Okay.
So
Okay.
once you go to the southern part, you should focus your itinerary on the southern part. Because I tried to do all when I went to Nigeria, and it's difficult. It's very difficult.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same like Madagascar. Like Madagascar, it's so big, and some regions, like let me tell you, come to the capital, Antananarivo.
Okay.
Wanted to go and see this the Avenue of Baobab. You know,
Okay.
it's very, very popular.
Mm.
It's very far from Antananarivo. It's like a 14-hour drive by
Nice.
car, and there is no direct flight from Antananarivo.
Nice.
So we had to take a bus to
Mm.
go there. But remember, I also want to go to the other part
Yeah.
region,
Yeah.
Nosibe, and it's also almost the same hour from Antananarivo to Nosibe. So
That's 24 hours on the road
yeah,
plan.
so it's place. Like that's why I see most people when they are going to Madagascar, the itinerary will be a certain region because it's big. You cannot really explore all the country.
Right.
It's not like a small country like Montenegro where you can visit, you can all the country at once and then you can leave. Yeah. So yeah, I think you can just focus your itinerary on the southern region. But definitely when you're going to the north, I would really recommend you visit the Kano state. You visit Zaria.
Zaria.
The Zazzau Emirate.
Yeah.
The Zazzau Emirate is it have a lot of history. So a very interesting place to see. Comment Bauchi State, we have wildlife there and the culture. Actually, my dad originally is from Bauchi State, so yeah, so I have some of my relatives there. And Jigawa State, amazing, beautiful. So those, and also, but I will recommend Sokoto, but it's very far from this region, as I told you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's not easy.
Okay. So now a little bit on, the whole passion of traveling, right? So, some people pursue the whole passion of traveling as a very expensive thing, so people rather settling for, tech and all those kind of, fashion and all. So what's your take on that?
Interesting question. In my place, people are not really into traveling. And I don't really understand how, since I was young, I wanted traveling because people don't travel. People mostly stay home with family.
Yeah.
They are mostly family oriented. So I mean, so people don't really travel that much. And when I started traveling, I try a lot to motivate people from my place to travel. I mean, people think traveling is expensive, but if you know how to get through it, you will find out it's a bit less expensive as you thought. You understand?
Yeah.
Young people like me, especially in Africa, they think they are not really motivated to travel. Because they think they cannot afford it, or which I understand, the situation. But I always tell people you don't need to take a flight to travel to other country, to other place.
Yeah.
You can travel country. You can there's a lot of things to see, and so this is something. I mean, I'm glad. Like many of my friends started traveling because of me, because show them the beauty of traveling.
Yeah, ambassador.
Abdul, you like traveling. It's kind of instead of spending money for this travel, you could do something with it at home, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
I was like, not understand. But now they kind of start traveling. So I am glad, I have this influence. And I think young people from Africa should try to travel more. Because you learn many things from traveling. I come from a very close-minded community.
Mhm.
So travel my eyes, and I learn a lot from traveling. So yeah, I just hope the young people out there will at least try to
Yeah.
explore the beauty. Yeah.
Okay. That would pretty much be it. We're wrapping up on that. I was going to ask about, your last words for the African youth, but I think you've carefully kept that in perspective.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really great speaking with you. And
Okay.
so after this, we'll be doing much of, I'll be trying to, do some edits for the YouTube aspect, then
Okay.
probably some interview as well. So
Okay.
there'll be other stuff that would need, some media from some of the places you've been to, reels or, images. So
Okay.
in the course of time, I would be asking for those, and some other clarifications if needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm really grateful you made time for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really nice speaking with you.
It's really nice talking with you, and I hope to see you in Ghana
Sure,
because I
sure.
am
I hope to see you in Ghana soon.
Ghana. Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
you have a great day ahead.
You too.
Right.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.